Today we are gonna learn about reactivity series. Well, reactivity series is an arrangement of all the elements of the periodic table according to their reactivity towards acid, towards water, and there are some elements which are not reactive to anything. Alright. So this is what the reactivity series is, and there are a lot of elements in the periodic table. It is impossible for us to remember, like not impossible exactly, but it is very difficult for us to remember all the elements of the periodic table, right? Therefore we have selected few elements, that is 15 elements of the periodic table, which are the most basic and important elements, and we have arranged them in the most reactive to the least reactive. Before we go to the reactivity series, I would like to give you an activity where I would narrate you a story about an incident of my life, and you would write down the incident, write down a few words from the story I say. All right. So I was moving in a train. I was moving in a train, and beside me there was another person who was sitting. His name was PSC Mazintel. What was his name? Please write it down. PSC Mazintel, Mazintl. Alright. Do one thing. Don't write it in a horizontal way. Write it in a vertical way. PSC Mazintel, Mazintl. So we talked to each other, and then we exchanged numbers very soon. After that, we started messaging each other in a SMS, short form. Alright, shortcut. And then he gave me hi. Mark all the words, all the messages he gives, just write it down. He gave me hi. Then we talked for a while. Write it down, hi. We talked for a while, and then he said he wanted to sleep, so he said see you in a SMS way, not SWYO. He said see you in a very short form. Write it down, see you. After that, the next day I woke up, and then he texted me morning, MORNINC, morning. Write it down, morning. And then I asked him what day is it, because when we are traveling in a train we often lose track of what day it is. So I asked him what day it is today. He said Sunday. He texted Sunday. I said fine. And then we again talked for a while, and then again it became night. We were about to sleep when he texted me again, good night. Write it down, good night. So what are the words he texted? Can someone tell me all the words? You. Hi, yes, see you, yes, yes, morning, Sunday, good night. Right. Can you tell me what was his name? Yes, you. Right, PSC Mazintel. Okay. So what we did, we wrote his name in a vertical way. PSC Mazintel. P for potassium, S for sodium, C for calcium. Remember the first part of his name, PSC. Potassium, sodium, calcium. This is highly reactive, and these are reactive even to water. You can't keep these elements in water. Even in water they are very reactive. Alright. So these are the highly reactive elements. Then comes Mazintel, his second name. Mazintel. Magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, nickel, tin, lead. These are reactive, not to water, but they are reactive to acid. So they are mildly reactive. Alright. PSC Mazintel. Remember his name. Then he said hi. The words he said, the text he gave, we will just consider the first letter of all the text. Alright. For hi, we said H, that is hydrogen. For copper, C. After he said hi, then he said see you, morning, Sunday, good night. From see you we'll write C, from morning we'll write M, from Sunday we'll write S, and from good night we'll write G. So H for hydrogen, C for copper, M for mercury, S for silver, and Z for gold. So this is the reactivity series from most reactive to the least reactive. The words he said are not at all reactive. His name is very reactive, and his first name, especially PSC, is highly reactive. Alright, this is the reactivity series. If you have to remember this, if you have to memorize this, just remember, just recall the story I said, just remember the story I said, and you will be able to remember this throughout your life. This is the reactivity series. Alright, I will ask each and everyone tomorrow. Make sure you can answer it correctly.